Okay, gone home. Oh, I've got to take the Twitter off my little thing down there too. That's obnoxious. So this is the last game we're going to be streaming for April. We will go as long as it takes to finish this game. Should be 2 hours plus-ish. We will still have break time. I have some new stuff for break time this week. But yeah, we're gonna just hit it. If you've seen any Dear Esther, this game is very similar to Dear Esther in that it's some people would call it a walking simulator. I like to think of it more as like interactive storytelling. So let's go.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really, seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
Hello, it's us. I hope that's easy enough to see. If not, let me know. I can turn off the overlaid text and we can just look at the note. In fact, let's there. Door's locked, huh? Hello, Christmas duck. I will tell you right now, there are no like jump scares in this game. There's no run and hide, chase things, nothing like that. We are just looking around. Look, Scarlett's here. That's great. So apparently this is somebody's new commute, and it's an hour and 10 minutes. That's stupid. That shouldn't work like that. Nothing in there.
Dear Katie, so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm in a new school, and my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real, but I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal, just like I was talking to you.
Ah! Take that. Apparently we went to Amsterdam. You installed a light switch? That's terrifying. Daniel's a total weirdo, but he did have a Nintendo. Well, that should be an answering machine. Why is this?
Sam. Sam. Hello. Sam. Sam, where are you? Really? I need to talk to you. Please be there.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so...
Yeah, we've heard that one. Alright, fine. Okay. Switch? No. Hit switch? No. Hit switch? Yeah. Okay.
This is a severe weather. The Northwest Weather Service reports high winds with torrential rain.
Oh my God. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class. And I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House girl. Great.
The Northwest Weather Service reports high winds with torrential rain conditions affecting the following counties: Austin County, Boone County, Dawn County, Tacoma County, and Wisconsin.
Get out of here.
Residents are strongly urged to...
Shut up. Pizza. Ah. I can't see it. Ratmobile, huh? And go right there. Oops. Get out of here, coaster. This looks like a thing. CD and Laserdisc. Hold on. I don't think that works that way. Y'all can have that. The Dark Crystal. It says 2001. This game didn't happen in 2001. Very poor VHS organization. X-Files Season 1. Sam thought this might help. It's a strong bad book. Thanks, Dad.
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them? Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk, but sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform, and she's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, like, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
Who do you mean, bro? If y'all can't read that, let me know. That tells me a lot. Thanks very much. Okay. It's two people. It says, "Hey, are you the new girl, Sam? I'm Tommy. I'm at the back behind you. Wave if you get this," and right back. "Hi, Tommy. Yes, I'm Samantha, and yes, I'm new. What's up? Just thought since you're new, maybe you could use a friend. I don't have a lot of friends either, so I thought I'd ask something if you don't mind. Do you mind?" Circle yes or no. "No, I don't mind. What did you want to ask? Was it just your uncle who went psycho, or does it run in the family?" You're a jerk, Tommy. A lot of VHS tapes. Back when I was recording Mystery Science Theater. Terry, hey man, how you been? I know you're a published author and everything now, but my editor at Hi-Fi Aficionado has too much review work to go around, and he's looking for another freelancer. Naturally, I thought of you. You were saying in your last letter how much of a pain it's been trying to find a publisher for your latest work of literature, and writing stereo reviews is dead simple. Sit at home with a glass of scotch, listen to some records, and write up how it sounds. And then get paid. I've included some issues of the mag to use as examples. If you're interested, send some samples to my editor. Tell him your old college chum Mike sent you. Here's the address. Do it, Mike. That little guy. Keeping mess of sound out of that little thing. What other movies we got? Andromeda Strain? That's a good movie. Airplane and Moonraker, double feature. Beetlejuice and RoboCop. Blade Runner, the director's cut. That's pretty good stuff. JFK, nope. I call bullshit. That's a 2-disc movie. Or a 2-tape movie. X-Files. The Time Machine and Clue. The Fantastic Voyage and Top Gun. Can't quite... Clash of the Titans. We had a lot of those movies when I was a kid. Alright. What's going on in here? The Heaven at the Edge of the World. Samantha Greenbrier, Grade 2. Story, The Turtle People, Part 1. Oh boy. Captain Allegra looked off at the ocean. It went on forever. Or so it seemed. That's timely. Someday she would find the edge and get to the paradise there. Then she heard a cannon fire. Boom! It was the black pirate ship. She yelled, "I thought we lost them at Horse Island." The first mate said, "Looks like you thought too soon." The black ship came up along the side. Captain Black himself came out on the deck of the black ship. He yelled to Captain Allegra, "Yar never gonna find the edge. Thar ain't no paradise, and yar father were a liar." Captain Allegra yelled back, "Then why do you keep following us, you imbecile?" The first mate yelled out, "We'll stop you, Captain Black. We'll find the edge of the world, and you'll see her father was no liar." The battle kept going until Captain Allegra's ship got away. "Now west," she said, and the ship sailed towards the sunset. It's better than anything Ernest Cline ever wrote. Okie dokie. Well, if I look at it, I think, oh God, I can only imagine what it looks like to you guys. Guess we can't light a fire. Alright, I think we're done in here, but there's not a door, so let's go this way. Coupons! Save 25 cents on tortilla chips. Sign me up. Kind of a weird house. Only we had a flashlight. A decent record collection. I want to look at the folder. There we go. Below are 2 stories. A, the menstrual cycle. B, I am produced in the testicles. Oh God. Let's go back. The events are all out of order. Get a sheet of lined paper, write reproductive system worksheet at the top, choose one of the 2 stories, and rewrite it. Begin with the title and your name. Find a topic sentence to begin your paragraph, but the sentence is in chronological order. Make sure the last sentence is a good concluding statement. See me. All right, we better read this. The Menstrual Cycle, a novella. The early morning of September 1st, 1937, Essa Glatz stares out of the window of the train as it travels from Vienna back to her home village of Vium in Poland. As the train rumbles along and the sun rises out over the countryside, she can only think of her dear Borislav, the boy she is engaged to wed. Meanwhile, deep within her guts, an ovum starts to develop. Essa's train approaches its destination. Her heart races. The lining of the uterus is getting thick and soft. As Essa stops off the train, her eyes dart quickly across the gathered crowd. Then, there, her dear Boris, still in his baker's smock. He must have dropped his early morning duties at his father's shop to come meet her. Her heart skips a beat. The ovary releases the ovum. It travels through the fallopian tube. Over the wheezing of the steam engines, a deep hum grows. It's coming from the sky. Dark shadows pass over the station. A whistling sound. Essa, her thoughts only a second faster than the bombs, reaches out toward her dear Boris across the crowd. Their eyes lock and the moment freezes. The flash and smoke envelops him almost instantly. In the assault by German forces, almost 75% of the people in her hometown are killed. The rest, including Essa and for a time Borislav, huddle in a half-destroyed church. He is blind. His legs are missing. Bandaged with torn bed sheets. Essa's eggs will not be meeting a sperm. It dissolves. About 2 weeks later, Boris loses his grip on life. Essa has given up her rations to keep Boris alive, but in the end nothing can save him. Since the lining of the uterus is not needed for pregnancy, it comes out through the vagina. Essa vows to survive. She sets off to join the Polish resistance as a daring spy and saboteur. Another ovum starts to develop in one of the ovaries, and the process begins again. It is incredible how the female body knows how to prepare for pregnancy. I liked it. That's not worth a discussion. Oh, hey, Dave Brubeck. Take 5, buddy. Wow, upright even. What are we listening to? Got a Need for You. It's a terrible place to put that.
Somehow I always knew that someday we'd be through. Now that it's happened, I just can't believe.
All right, to inform you that Mercury Books will be unable to publish your follow-up to The Accidental Pariah. Despite the low sales of The Accidental Savior, we went ahead with the publication of the second book in hopes of the John Russell series catching on. However, sales of the second have been in fact lower than those of the first, and so our stewardship of the series must end here. It's been a pleasure working with you as your publisher. We wish you well.
Do you think I sent you far away?
I ain't been nowhere.
From me, I thought you'd stay away from me.
Try to cut
but hopelessly you got me back. You left your voodoo all around.
I left my trunk in town.
I got a need for you. Thought I killed the craze for you.
What's Dad drinking?
Does my heart a grave for you. Your kisses keep on haunting me.
Irish whiskey, huh?
Yeah.
I got a need for you.
Blended with scotch and select malts. What?
Oh, tell me why.
Garbage out of here.
Why must I think
Don't do
about
that.
you?
Shut up. I'm angry. Light. This is what it was like when I moved into this house. Like, God, where is everything? Samantha, please give this to your mother. Janice, thank you for having Danny over to your new home. He has missed having his friend Samantha in the neighborhood very much. Danny asked if he could lend Samantha his Nintendo Street Fighting tape, and I gave my permission. That is such a parent thing for this time. He needs to spend less time with those games anyway. No hurry returning it. Let Samantha know that she's welcome back to our house to visit anytime. Sincerely, Mary Schultz.
When you live in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, like, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
Looks like Dad, not a very good author. Very into Kennedy, which is weird. More coupons. For more tortilla chips. What kind of family is this? Please tell Mom and Dad sorry about the stuff that's missing. Sam. What's missing? Is it this lip balm? Oh boy. Hi, Lonnie. So if you wanted to come over to my house still this afternoon, that'd be cool. I can drive. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home too, so hopefully that's fine. Right back and leave this in my locker if you still want, and we can meet at the parking lot after 6th. Oh, 6th period, I'll bet. Samantha. Yeah, I'm totally in. See you there. I'm gonna kick your butt. Get ready. There's a Hadoken and you.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Locked. Some garbage. What's this? Katie, please, whatever you found, don't tell Mom and Dad the attic. You know, there's better ways to get rid of this stuff. Because if I found it, anybody else can find it. Must have a talk with sister. What's in here? Wow, feel that air. Jesus Christ. Then. Oh boy. Pacific Insurance Masters. Electrical inspection form. Does it meet codes? Yes. Are there any deficiencies? Unclear. Wiring house is technically up to safety and amperage requirements, however multiple layers of wiring have been added to its structure over the last 100 years. System is frequently unpredictable. Lights blink out for no clear reason. Pressure on floorboards and door frames disrupt circuits wired directly behind the surface. Properly reworking the electrical system would be highly destructive to the walls, floor, and fixture. Well, it doesn't have to be. After discussion with Mr. Greenbrier, since there are no current safety concerns, issues will not be addressed. Company name, Black Cat Electrical. Blah, 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 blah. Get out of here. Pioneer combination laserdisc CD player. It's gotta have two because that's different. It's not the same thing. Remote with blacklight, double-sided play, headphone out, display on and off, jog shuttle dial, digital slow motion freeze frame, blast frame memory, 2 S-video outs. What is the future? Twin 1-bit DA converters to noise ratio. So they say that a jack of all trades is a master of none. I have to disagree. Mastery is not a question of specialization, but sureness of purpose and dedication to craft. If you happen to be in the market for a combination LD-CD player, you'll be glad to know that Pioneer seems to share this particular. He was stabbed with his pen. Yeah. Okay. Some of Dad's writing, maybe. John Russell opened his eyes and saw them, the stars, twinkling as if he were lying on the grass in his family's yard in Massachusetts, even though that place was 1,000,000 miles away. No, he blinked the sleep from his eyes, looking through the carbon-reinforced safety glass of the space station Archimedes. Yes, he was a long way from home, but the future needed him. Oh boy. John Russell's head swam. He felt incredibly drunk despite not having touched a drop in hours. He vomited onto his feet, his bare feet. He stared for a moment, processing his sick, flecked toenails, scanning up his bare shins, bare knees. He was completely naked. He looked up and met the eyes of a gorgeous blonde woman wearing a tight polymer fiber tunic. The fabric that strained at the seams to contain her generous bosom was emblazoned with the phrase, "Matter Transference Operator." Then he passed out. John Russell had crossed the gap in time. Only messages had passed Biafri, but now M-Man. They needed him, now more than ever. Changing the past was no longer good enough. The instructions form the council had been clear. What to procure, what to construct from it, and how to assemble it. So he made the machine, how to transport him bodily across time, and now he stood there on the bridge of the starship Archimedes, command of the vessel, because only he, who had saved the president's life twice before, could helm the naive crew to their destiny, the fate of the galaxy. I think Dad's been drinking. Rightly so. Nothing. Not 7777. Thanks, Dad. Light switch. They're complaining about the lights seem to be working fine. The only goofy one was that one outside. I was doing the best I could. I was a teenage drag queen. 90210. Does anybody still care? How to subvert the male gaze. Oh, that's great. We just... There. That looks like a thing I should look at. Such a rebel. Change of all types, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Holds insights. I never had such a good conversation with my daughter. Get out of here. There's the thing. Dear Terrence, David asked me to write you regarding the reviews you've been submitting the last few months. I don't think his typewriter has a working apostrophe. Frankly, oh no, that one worked. They're becoming more trouble than they're worth from the editing standpoint. There's a word limit. It's your job to stay under it, not mine to cut back to it. Even then, it's becoming harder and harder to weed out the tangents and non sequiturs from the usable copy without heavy rewrites. The readers of Home Theater Aficionado want to hear about the quality and value of the hardware, not ruminations on your childhood. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be writing this letter. I'd just be cutting you loose. There's tons of guys half your age who would take half your rate to write stuff I could actually use. But David's known you for a long time and he's the boss, so I'm giving you one more shot on his say-so. You should write him a nice note thanking him for his patience and generosity. Look through your old stuff and start submitting reviews like that again. Then everybody will be happy. Thanks, Brent Kurtwood. Look. Wonder if it means something. If you're not doing the job right, you're gonna lose it, man. That's how that goes. More of these. What's that? Oh my. Japan's bloody war on dolphins. The Gorgeous Girls of Wrestling. Drugs, prostitution, the mafia. Read it for the articles. Anything else? No? No, okay. What was that number? 0451. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a minute. Doors don't work like that. Doors don't work like that. Yay, we did it. Dear Mr. Masson, please find enclosed your original document and a typed copy for your records. Notarized copy has been filed at our offices. Thank you for entrusting our firm, blah, blah, blah. It's a will. I, Oscar, being fully competent, and after full survey of the items, declared the document my last will and testament. I declare that I'm a lifelong resident of Boone County. I'm unmarried and have no kids. I have no outstanding debts to any creditors, living or dead. I bequeath every item of value of which I may die possessed, including the dwelling and surrounding acres located at Arbor Hill, as well as any and all blah, 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 blah. So he's died. He's given everybody to Terry Jr. of Ellis County. If Terry dies first, let's go to his kids. Subscribe my name, this will, blah, 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 blah. Signed, Oscar. Whoa. Oscar, buddy. Some slanty handwriting. Oh no, guys. We found Q. Chinese, Japanese, Lebanese. Dad was losing his mind just a little bit. Did I close that? I don't remember closing that. Closing it now. Get this room, so we'll close that door. It's everywhere we can go down here, so we'll close that door. Basement is locked. Let's go in here. A park ranger. Good for mom. Natalie, how many lamps do they have? It's one of those weird old houses that didn't have ceiling lights. Oh. Long jump champion of the world. It's like the 4th phone book we found. Oh, God. This is probably scented paper. Dear Jan, it's so good to hear from you again. All this new house business sounds like quite the adventure. Remember the little dorm room we shared freshman year when we were miserable fantasizing about our dream homes? I always said I wanted a mansion. You said you just wanted a house in the woods. Look who got both. Somebody up there likes you. I could use some of that magic. Send me some lotto numbers. I'll play them. Seriously. But I shouldn't be complaining about this good old split level we've had since Bob got transferred to Winnipeg. We just got new vinyl siding. Jealous yet? Let me know if you ever want to trade places. How are the girls doing? Has Katie left on her big European adventure yet? Speaking of jealous, right back soon. Miss you, roomie. Carol. Would be from a Carol. Get out of here, Carol. Well. Boop. It's everywhere we can go downstairs. Passport, we have a boarding pass, we have a house key. A spare key that was hidden under old Christmas duck. Alright. Oh, don't go so fast. You might fall. This family also has a hell of a lot of these little... It's like cabinets everywhere. Nice budget of forced cruise pairing. Tuesday between 8 and 5. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Amounts of valuable training tool. Blah, blah, blah. Mom's a forest ranger and an arsonist. She just uses forestry to disguise her arson. Some light. There we go. This one doesn't work, I guess. Oh, Jesus Christ. Monday, couples bowling. Wednesday, cooking class. Take your apron. Ballroom dancing. No. Couples bowling is out. Cooking class. Ballroom dancing's out. Cook the big meal for Terry and Sam. It's my comb now, bitches. Nope.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
How do you do it on the inside? Curse you, physics. It says you're gonna love this one. Okay. This is radiated. We better be careful.
We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool. We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Fuck you too. Cool
Yeah, that's enough of that. Thank you very much. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. She couldn't do that. That was later. Everything else is right. You can't. She doesn't throw fireballs in that version. The version they would have been playing. I don't know what it is, but I'd play it. You still have to finish Bubsy. Hi, Lonnie. I wrote this in first person and left it in your locker on the way to second. It's what all the cool kids are doing, I decided. Write me back. Also, here's an idea for something to draw. 2 cats on a motorcycle. Hey, this is a good idea. What all the cool kids are actually doing is sending each other pages in their... Oh, pages in their beepers. But we're cooler than them because guess what? They can't put this on a beeper. You're committed to finishing Bubsy, buddy. I'm sorry. Your drawing of cats was so good that I added a background to make it even better. Maybe I should just stick to writing, though. Ha ha! I like it. How did you know that they were about to be abducted by aliens? I'm looking at Mr. Fish right now. I feel like he would probably have lots of cats. Also, like, his secret shame is he watches 90210 religiously. I'll ask him about it after class. He says he doesn't have cats, and also that he's never watched 90210, but I could see in his eyes he was lying. Scrutinize the magic eye. I don't know if it works if it's on a computer. I don't know. It's never good at him anyway. What? Stupid. What do we got? That looks like a Steam game. These might be Steam games, actually. That looks like something you'd find on Steam. Get out of there. What's this one? I'd play that. Play that. Come on. Get down there. What's Twin Peaks happening there? Totally Twin Peaks right there. You go get him, Jodie Foster. So I want this. Metalworking and engraving. C-. Not a challenging assignment. Metal plaque for family portrait. Reasonable subject, but not... for reasonable subject, but not complex. When I said that mom and dad should be replaced with parents' names, I did not mean just add them underneath. Acceptable leveling on edges. Show more pride in work. I got a lot of that. That's cool. Show more pride in your work. Well, I don't want to. I'm not proud of it. What is that? It's Steggy! Look, guys. It's Steggy. Hi, Steggy. Hi, Steggy. Put you in the microwave. Well, I don't know. It ain't here. It also didn't have those hookups. So her and Dad were building a motorcycle. Yeah, I don't care about that. Did I ever show you guys my neat trick? Speaking of Kurt Cobain, check this out. Check this out. Ready? It's a great trick. And I'm still alive. Best trick I know. Soul Asylum. Eddie Vedder. Somebody nobody's ever heard of. Ice Cube. What's going on over here? Too bad. I think the creative writing track would be perfect for you. Creative writing, 3 students. Okay. So one of her teachers thinks she would be a good writer, and she seems to enjoy writing. That's a thing. Also looks like she designed buttons. Oops, I dropped it. Can't get it. I can't fit under the desk. I'm a monster. Disciplinary referral. Mr. Benchley observed Mrs. DeSoto wearing a t-shirt with an unacceptable image on the front. A large beer can labeled Pabst Blue Ribbon. Miss DeSoto was sent to the guidance counselor's office. The option to turn her shirt inside out, change into a shirt from her gym locker, or be suspended for the rest of the day, and she chose suspension. Father was called, but there was no answer and no answering machine. Miss DeSoto must return this form tomorrow, signed by her father. Really did not happen. Wait. The bedroom has 2 doors. That's weird. That's kind of weird. Alright, who had one of these? I know one of y'all did. Somebody had one of these. I want to know who. The Holy Bibli. Look at that nice uncracked spine. Captain Allegra, still in her flowing skirt and sturdy jerkin, descended the single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate, on their own now, grew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. The first mate slid down the line onto the stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust from the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. The silken thread, nigh unbreakable thanks to the enchanted moths that inhabited the island, trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance. From further into the labyrinth, a moaning began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. It turned into words from some ancient language that they could not understand. The king's cursed voice. The hairs on Captain Allegra's arm stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on the blackness of the passage for a moment too long before noticing the captain's gaze. The first mate nodded silently ahead. Following the king's ghostly song deeper and deeper into the labyrinth, they came upon a rocky gap spilling forth otherworldly blue light. The great basin of the dead king's throne room lay below. Skeletal in rotted robes, the king was hunched over the blue orb, topping his royal scepter. Shadows of his bony fingers danced on the walls like ghouls. As he sang, wailing souls flowed in, one by one, through cracks in the cave walls, pulled into the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase hewn from rock led down into the chamber from a passage at the top. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I will draw his attention, and then you—" But the first mate interrupted. "No, I am smaller and quicker, and you know of dealing with mystic energies like these. I will circle to the other side, get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase." She held up the silk line. "All traced by this invincible thread, of course." Allegra said, "It's a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. The first mate tied the shining thread to the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and a wink, and dashed off. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly across the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his, "Wait, no. No!" The singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out, to do anything to stop the first mate from running headfirst into danger. She tried tugging on the line to signal her. No use. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs when the first mate burst through the passageway. She skidded to a stop. Even from across the yawning basin, Allegra could see the first mate's eyes grow wide. She turned and ran. Summoning his undead power, the king left the ground, levitating, gliding behind her with distressing speed. From some dank passage much too far away, Allegra heard the first mate's scream. She was already running toward the sound. The line in Allegra's hand went taut, then shuddered. It fell slack to the stone floor. As Allegra ran, she was gathering line, twisting it around her arm. She came to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply, its end shredded and frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran. I don't remember finding most of this stuff the first time I played. Oop. Glad I got the new microphone now, though. Let's take a break. It is break time. So I've got a new batch of break time videos. But if you guys want to hang out and see them, great. If not, totally understand. But here it goes.
やっぱりこれだな。ちょっと待ったー！カップヌードルより辛い